Hello my fellow donuts and welcome back to Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And I'm already sorry for the background purring, and that's my cat. Oh, she always loves to come to me when I get to work. Anyway, let's continue. So we had the beginning of the trial already, and you can read out some of the what happened before, if you forgot, because it could happen, because it's been what, more than a week ago. I'm so pathetic. Anyway, yeah, I must say that I enjoy this game so far. Professor Layton part was very Professor Layton-ish, and well, I did like the beginning of the trial. It looked pretty much as we used to it in Ace Attorney series, so I really expect to enjoy the game. Anyway, yeah, let's continue. Phew, glad the first part's over. That witness was quite a character. I bet he'd love to be one in a crime drama. He'd end up making it a comedy, though. I'd hate it. Well, I must say I hope we will see that character once again, because I kinda liked it. Him. I mean, never mind. I'd hate it if poor Spello was found guilty because of his shaky testimony. But at least now it looks like we might be able to get a Spella a not guilty verdict. Yeah, I hope that cheered Spella up a bit. I must say, Spella sounds very familiar as a name. I'm curious about that. Well, it definitely didn't cheer up Darklow. I forgot about Darklow. You should never. She's reading my newspaper. Your? Did you bring it or did you write it? Maybe it's just me, but she doesn't look pleased. Well, yeah, she looks like she's about to say, you had only one job. Oops, did she hear me? Oh, it's you. I appreciate your efforts, Mr. Wright. Thank you. But while I understand your drive to win this case... my drive? This is not the time for your personal ambitions. I told you before, didn't I? That Espella is pleading guilty and that you should accept the proposed punishment. Wait. I have a feeling I already had this conversation. Did we not? I mean, I didn't load the last save, so I'm confused a little bit, but okay. This incident has already been settled between our school and the police. But Miss Darklow, Espella could be innocent. Well, she's not saying otherwise, just saying. Believe me, it will be in Espella's best interest if you end the trial as soon as possible. The more this trial drags on, the more traumatic it is for this poor girl. I'm sorry. She may be saying that she's guilty, but is she really? Well, her eyes look so pale. There's no emotion. She's definitely under some spell, or since there's no spells. But then again, what's Maya's job? It might be some, what do you call it? Hypnosis? In any case, Mr. Wright, we don't want our school being showed into the limelight because of this case. So if you could please refrain from picking at meaningless details, such as that toy. Get this trial over with quickly. This is your client's wish, Mr. Wright. toy, huh? I should keep it in mind. I understand. I'll do my best. It's a relief to hear that. Let's go, Spella. Yes, Miss Darklow. What the heck was that all about? We have been busting our butts in there trying to prove that Spella is innocent, and she expects us to just give up now? Why are you yelling at me, Maya? Well, because you said nothing. You said yeah, sure, fine. You will. What? You're gonna lose? But when you think about it, Darklow's acting very strange. Her own pupils on trial, and she just stands around reading other people's newspapers. Yeah. What's she so busy reading about anyway? There's nothing about a spell in that paper. Was she checking the soccer score or something? Why was it colored? Was it important what he thought? The break is almost over. We'd better go back. Flinch looked really confident about this new witness, and I'm curious about it. I'm Spella's defense attorney. I'll stand by her no matter what. But didn't you just say to Darklow that you're okay with guilty, kind of? Okay. The court will now reconvene. Prosecution? Is your witness ready? Of course, Your Honor. Bailiff, please bring her in. Oh, it's a woman. No, I didn't have a clue. For some reason I thought it was Darklow. Okay. Witness, state your name and occupation. Hi there, by the way. You look nice. Oh! Okay. Hi.
The warm winds of the Mediterranean Sea carry the spicy scent of a seafood stew.
So, I have a guess. You are Italian? I never know.
A odd Sicilian stew that
Sicilian, okay.
sailors brave in the
Sicilian.
raging waters.
What? Can't even compete with you, I'm sorry.
Blessed be the Sicilian cuisine and il nostro
I can
mare.
try though, but no. I will try, but I can't promise anything. Yes, Miss Al Dente is employed as a cook on the freighter where the crime happened. Oh, yeah. So what the cook can say? She wasn't there at the time of the crime, as far as I know. Judging by the cutscene we have seen. A cook? That's interesting attire you're wearing, Miss Al Dente. Yeah, cooks don't usually show up their bellies. This is my work outfit. It gets very... No, I can't. I won't even try with the accent, so... Sorry about that. It gets very hot in the kitchen. No, sorry. You know. I should not embarrass myself. It will be a pleasant change after that. Chocoholic? Guard. Ah, because he loved chocolates. Okay. He got up my nose. Because you want chocolate too? Nice to see the judge is remaining impartial. Yeah, that's kind of stupid. He wasn't. Miss Al Dente discovered the defendant in the cargo hold when she went for supplies. She found a speller? That would make her who? The crew member that Johnny saw fighting with a Spalla. Okay, whatever. That is right, Mr. Wright. Miss Al Dente was the first person to discover the intruder. Ah, wait. What do you mean first person? No. This makes no sense, but okay. I mean, I thought that Chocoholic was the first one. Then she is the victim of assault. Ah! Oh, wait a second. What? She can stand here after she was hit? If I'd only had my precious kitchen knife with me at the time, I'd have shown them my accidionale cutting skills. I'm sorry. Nick, look at that. She's an expert potato peeler. Well, if you have seen me yesterday, I peeled like 5 potatoes in 5 minutes. I don't know why it makes me so laughing. You'd better watch out around her. Okay. Why? I'm not a potato after all. I'll keep that in mind. Witness, we will now hear your testimony. Bring it on, girl. Describe to us what happened in the cargo hold. Certamente, gladly. I'm sorry for everyone who's Italian here or Sicilian. It's probably the same kind of, no? When I found the girl. Never mind. I went to the cargo hold to check the supplies. It was past 10 p.m. I have to put 3 fingers in one spot just in order to pronounce that, because it makes it easier, you know? And I found that girl. No, I can't. Hiding and clutching one of them bizarro toys. Bizarro toys. She made as if to run away. So I tried to stop her. Then she grabbed a pipe. She's short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. I tried to dodge, but she hit me with them. She hit me. Hit me? On the head. I can't do that. I blacked out for a few minutes. Okay, good. For a few minutes. There should be something contradicting to that, I'm pretty sure. According to the medical report, you suffered a laceration to your head, correct? Ah, that. It's covered by the chef's hat, so you can't see it now. Well, show it to us. Never mind. But when I chop up veggies, it hurts in the rhythms of the strikes. Chop, chop, chop. That sounds most terrible, Miss Al Dente. I shouldn't have been more careful. But she looked like a little piccola girl. Olivia is much taller than Espella. Huh. She is, huh? Is it written somewhere in her profile? Because it definitely would be convenient to know. Because the blow was from behind? No, never mind. Yeah, Spella's about the same size as you. I may be short, but I'm well proportioned, and that's what matters. True. I can't say the same about me. I'm short and I'm not well proportioned. So I envy you, Maya. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to present the decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. Well, let's see. This is a photograph of the defendant's fingerprints on the steel pipe. And my cat decides to go to the toilet again. She already did before today. Usually she didn't do it twice in a short amount of time. I don't know if you can hear it, but it definitely distracts me. As you can see, the fingerprints are very clear. They were left by the assailant. They have already been examined and found to be those of the defendant. Is this the same pipe that was used to hit someone? Hey, wait. Can you prove that this pipe was actually hit someone? Well, that settles it. This is undoubtedly decisive evidence. We'll see about that. Just to put your inquisitive mind at peace, Mr. Wright, there were no other fingerprints. I will definitely keep it in mind. This photograph should be added to the evidence. So it's only a photograph, it's not the pipe itself. Interesting. Further examination is but a waste of time. Usually it proves other way, so I'll try my best. Nick, what do we do now? This evidence clearly points to Spella. Well, we'll find something. I'm sure about that. Just need to save my game. We're pleading that Spella's not guilty. And if she's innocent, then this witness is lying. All we need to do is expose that lie. I've got to think straight and focus on finding the truth. Well, let's do it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Well, she's pretty hot. I don't know, she kind of reminds me of someone. I can't even put my finger into it. Wait. Can I save? I should be able. Yeah. Yes. What, 15 minutes already into the game? Wow. Okay. As I also forgot to mention, this part is not gonna be too long because I don't have much time, but let's do it. Wait. Let me. No, stop it. Fuck. No, wait. Can I just not present? But I'd like to check it. Theft, light injury, laceration to the back of the head, hit with a long blunt. Okay. Back of the head. And she said that you can't see it because the hat covers it, but it's definitely not in the back of the head. I don't know if it's gonna fit as inconsistency. Never mind. Tag torn from PC Badger. Spella was clasping it in her hand when seized by Smiles. Maya's newspaper. The front page article is about jewel thieves in London. Well, that's interesting. Photo of Spella's fingerprints on the steel pipe. Just have to imagine how it was held. That's interesting. Well, okay. Hands are kind of twisted. It must be important. Maybe I can even present it here, but I don't really know. She's short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. blacked out for a few minutes. Can't really say. Still? Got any ideas, Sneak? I thought you might help me. This one piece of evidence has been on my mind. It's not something easy to see, but it feels out of place. I didn't notice anything. I'd better take a second look. No, lad, don't drop the mic. Well, Nola, stop. It must be this pipe, right? But where exactly do I present it? I also have to make sure I saved because I'm not sure. Well, 15, I guess. Yeah, I guess I did, but it doesn't hurt to save again. Sorry. 4 minutes and we haven't done anything. Shit. Maybe I have to press. Sometimes I press and it reveals something new, right? Fiercely.
Objection!
Let it be right, please. You're claiming that the defendant swung the pipe at you. Well, that's impossible. Am I right? Why do you say that, sweetie? The defendant's fingerprints were found on the pipe, however, there is a contradiction here. Well, I couldn't see it, really. I mean, I tried to imagine how you hold it. Well, to be honest, when I put my fingers just as it was pictured, you can see it again, and you can try to hold something long just like that. It's hard to imagine someone trying to hit something fiercely holding pipe like that. It wouldn't be really comfortable. That is most interesting. Well then, the defense shall explain. Are you blind? What in the photo of the fingerprints contradicts the existence? No, because she wasn't ready to put in position. Wait, location? I'd say position. It's, yeah. Oh, the position. According to the witness's testimony, the defendant held the pipe like this. In order to hit the witness on the head, she raised the pipe like so. That is precisely what she did. And then she struck from above. But here's the problem. Think about the fingerprints that she would have left. Had she done just that? What are you getting at, Mr. Wright? Look closely at the way I'm holding the pipe. In this situation, the fingerprints would look like this. The thumb is above the other fingers. Yeah, always. Indeed, there's no doubt about it. Now take a look at the fingerprints that were actually left in the pipe. Goodness! The thumb, it's below the other fingers. What? How could you guys overlook that? Weren't you professionals? Even I could see that. Kind of. That's right. Miss Al Dente. What? What is it? Had the defendant attacked you as you described, the fingerprints would have been the other way around, which means something's not right with your testimony. Well, I'm so bad at this. What is the meaning of this? His fingerprints were submitted as the decisive evidence. So, how come this contradiction was not brought to light before? Because you're fucking dumbasses all here. I'm the smartest person, so you are all should be fired. No! Miss Aldenta, what do you have to say about this? Why do I sound like Snake? Not really. She definitely doesn't. But whatever she's doing here looks tasty. Excuse me, Miss Aldente? Know how to bring out the full sweetness of a sweet potato. Huh? You use a pinch of salt. Potato. Okay. Interesting, right? You use salt to make something taste sweeter. No, I don't know. I'm not following. I remember it now. It was the other way around. Not as you'd expected. I'm sorry. I got a bit confused. You'd normally hold the pipe like that. But she's so small and the pipe is heavy. She held it the other way. The other way? Not like this. She held it in this way. Oh, you are contradicting yourself now. Because, well, see, the girl is way shorter than you. It would be impossible for her to hit you with a pipe holding it like that.
Objection!
But you testified that she fiercely swung the pipe at you. I'm telling you, I got confused. Olivia's sorry, okay? How could you mistake the way she held the pipe if she was right in front of you? Oh, why don't you go fry an egg? Oh, wow, okay, woman. What does it matter if she'd held it the one way or another? Well, she has some... I just realized what she did. She did it before, but I didn't even realize that she did it with a potato. You wouldn't call a slightly salted sweet potato salty potato, cause it's still a sweet potato, no matter what you add to it. The witness probably has a point, doesn't she, Mr. Wright? Probably, or does she? You aren't sure yourself? So the defendant attacked the witness, holding the pipe backhanded. It seems a bit unnatural, but it does make sense, I suppose. It doesn't. Shut up, it doesn't. Indeed it does. Shut up. Does the defense agree? Like hell I do. If I agree there are no problems with this evidence, we'll be one step away from losing this case. There's gotta be a contradiction somewhere in that fishy testimony. Could a speller have hit? No. Oh, I almost pressed it. Thank God. There is contradiction.
Objection.
I'm not sure if I have evidence, but I know it's not right. Well, Miss Aldenta, I'm afraid that I should save the game. You're in the pickle now. What does it even mean? Do you know? I definitely don't. I don't really see why. Adding a pack of lies to a testimony can turn things very sour for a witness. It would seem the defense is prepared to prove its claim that there is a contradiction in this witness's testimony. Well, I guess. I won't know until I try. Noah. Yeah. The defense shall now present evidence to the court. The evidence contradicting the assertion that the defendant hit the witness holding the pipe backhanded is... hit back of the head, I think.
Take that!
Take that, beer, woman. I'm sorry. Anyway. Yeah, I missed something. You are using that hat to cover the wound you received in the... Yeah. And your hat is not in the back. It's normal for signoriness to cover up things they don't want others to see. That's not all. You also described the defendant as little, if you recall. That is to say, Miss Cantabella is, at the very least, shorter than you. I have grown tall and healthy, thanks to the wonderful Mediterranean sunshine. Yeah, I can see that. Let me ask you then. How did a girl shorter than you, holding a heavy pipe backhanded, manage to land a blow to the back of your head? I'd say it's impossible. Shit. Sweating like hell. The fingerprints of the weapon show the defendant held it backhanded. But even if she didn't, it is highly unlikely she would be able to hit Miss Aldente head like that. I'm so cool. Can't defeat me. What is the defense getting at? Are you stupid? I just proved that her testimony is wrong. Even if it was highly unlikely, it cannot be proven that it was impossible. I'd say it's impossible. Miss Cantabella's fingerprints were found on that pipe, Your Honor. Yeah, and was that woman even checked? Did she actually get the injury? And are there any other traces on the pipe itself rather than fingerprints? I mean, if it was hit hard, there might be some, I don't know, something left, maybe even blood? She did say she had laceration, so something must be on the pipe. Nothing can change the fact that it was the defendant who held the weapon. That is so. Does the defense have any comments? Fuck you. I can't deny that. It's clear that Espella did hold the pipe. She held it like this, right? Why would she do that? She tried to open the box. There were boxes, right? It'd be hard to hit anyone like this. Yeah. The court recognizes the validity of the prosecution's objection. Fingerprints on the weapon prove that it was used by the defendant.
Objection.
The defendant's fingerprints may be on the pipe, however, that doesn't prove she hit anyone with it.
Objection!
Objection? Nonsense. What else would she pick up a steel pipe for?
Objection!
Oh, I think I've got a pretty good idea. Shit. Well then, the defense may elaborate on its idea. What I say next? We will turn this trial around, then I shall sing the game. Thank you very much, Phoenix. You usually really help me a lot about when I'm supposed to save a game. The defendant's fingerprints were left on the weapon when she reached for the weapon. She could have reached, but it would mean she tried to use it as a weapon, try to defend herself. Because, well, definitely, I mean, I thought she used it to open something, but okay. Hint? There is a hint? I mean, there are hints for... I didn't even know there's hint. I mean, hints are in Professor Layton games, but it was never in Phoenix Wright games. Anyway, I think it's third option. Well, naturally. She held the pipe with both hands when she stopped it from coming down on her head. Oh, you mean that way? Okay. With both hands? Well, yeah, if you'd want to try a pipe going on your head, you usually use two hands. Flinch? That's right, like this. Shit. Please take another look at this photo. These are not the fingerprints of an assailant, but rather the fingerprints of a victim who was defending herself. Which brings us to the conclusion that Miss Cantabella didn't attack the witness. She was in fact a victim desperately trying to defend herself. This cannot be! And if Miss Cantabella was a victim, who was the real assailant? There's only one person who could have done it. Shit. The only other person at the crime scene was Olivia Al Dente. It was you, wasn't it? Yeah! That was so bad. Oh my god. I want to kill myself. Okay. Let's pretend it didn't happen, okay? You weren't here. I wasn't here either, okay? If I cannot have order, the court will be adjourned. You always say that, but it never happens, usually. Ew! The fuck is this? You just don't quit, do you? It's a poor thing just wants to leave. A lousy lawyer like you should get the chop. How about I show you my knife up close? Oh, so you are not unfamiliar with weapons, huh? Have you lost your mind, Mr. Wright? The witness is the victim, not the assailant. Well, prove the otherwise now. There are no fingerprints. Isn't she using gloves or something? She's a cook. Usually they do wear some kind of gloves, as much as I know.
Objection!
At least in good restaurants. Look at the witness's outfit. She's wearing gloves. That's why she left no fingerprints. You prickly sea urchin. Urchin? But you can't be sure she was wearing gloves at night. The witness has called this her work outfit, so she must have been wearing it when she went to check supplies. Hold it, you devious lawyer, slippery as an eel. It was me because I had gloves on? As if it was only me wearing gloves. She's the only one in the courtroom wearing gloves. There was that guy, the guard. He was wearing gloves too. The guard? Oh, was that the previous... We're gonna see him again. I knew it. Yay. Oh, that's right. Gloves are part of the guard's uniform by regulation. See? That guard, Johnny. He was wearing gloves that night too. What do you say to that, Mr. Wright? Since you're claiming that the assailant is the person who had gloves on, that would make the guard a suspect as well. Sure, whatever. It's possible, I think. I can't say it wasn't. It for sure. It is certainly possible that Johnny was the culprit. Ron answered me. Why, Nick? You're not gonna get anywhere with that. Shit. Am I gonna get... Never mind. What you have got to do now is grill that fishy cook. Witnesses are like food. If you wait too long, they got rotten. Interesting comparison. Speaking of food, I bet Maya's gonna make me treat her to one of her usual post-trial hamburger feasts when this thing's done. That's unrelated, but okay? And don't forget to check the evidence. There might be something useful there. Oh yeah, I've got to remember to check the... Fine, I'm gonna save the game, that's all. I'm gonna save to another spot. Yes. Johnny Smiles is not the culprit. Why not? Everyone with gloves could have done it. Didn't you just say that? No, I didn't. You kinda did, no? Okay. However, it does seem plausible that the guard could have done it. He was wearing gloves after all. What? I'm afraid that's impossible, Your Honor. And I have proof. Do I? Fascinating. Let's see this proof, if you really have it. Why aren't you sweaty? Please enlighten us as to why Smiles can be culprit. Provide the proof. And 12. Can I provide? I can provide. This is okay. He wasn't get hit? Is that? No. Hit on the back of the head. Who hit her then? I can't say. Oh, because he had this covered in chocolate fingerprints. He would leave it on the pipe too.
Take that!
Oh, I'm so smart. Mr. Smiles is, to put it nicely, what you may call a free spirit. Beautifully sad. There is no guarantee he would follow the rules and wear his full uniform. And this evidence proves he did not wear gloves. Ooh, wait! Don't throw that filthy torch at me. Will someone please wipe the chocolate off of this? It's fucking evidence, you stupid judge. You just don't go wipe things out of the evidence. No, Your Honor, this chocolate is the evidence. What? Mr. Smiles was snacking on the chocolate bar during his patrol. That's why his flashlight is in this sorry state. And covered in his chocolatey fingerprints. Therefore, we know that he didn't wear gloves when patrolling the ship that night. Rule-breaking, chocolate-loving Johnny Smiles was not the culprit. What? That's ridiculous. It's so silly. Ridiculous is... that's but silly. Your Honor, the defense has merely pointed out a possibility. To call this witness a criminal without actual evidence against her is preposterous. Well, you can say you have clear evidence against other girl now too, because, well, they all look suspicious to me now.
Objection!
Just saying. Whatever, if it makes sense. The prosecution's duty is to clear what doubts there may be regarding the defendant's guilt. And I have demonstrated that there is, at the very least, a possibility that the witness is not telling the truth.
Objection!
At the very least, Espella Cantabella is not innocent. As corroborated by PC Badger, the toy that she attempted to steal. You can't say she was stealing anything. Oh. What was that? Did Olivia just freeze for a second? Prosecutor Flinch explained to the court about this toy. And also, Darklow mentioned the toy. It must be important. This is the stuffed toy the defendant tried to steal at night. One of its legs would appear to be missing. The poor thing. This mishap befell PC Badger as the witness and defendant were fighting. The captain of the freighter reported the damage after the defendant's arrest. So, this is the stuffed animal Olivia snatched from Espella. I see. The court would like to hear the witness's testimony regarding this evidence. Witness, your testimony. Excuse me, witness, you have been asked to testify. Ah. I'm so very sorry. I got a little upset from all these accusations. I'm not used to this. To being called a liar. Ah, yes, it's only natural. Don't worry about that. It's all that slimy attorney's fault. Slimy, excuse me? Who's sweating here? Oh, I guess me too. Well, why do I feel like an eel on the chopping board? Well, at least you don't have to fight for your life like that poor eel. The witness will now testify. Tell us how you retrieved this toy from the defendant. Gladly. Oh, il nostro mare. I have no idea what she said and I probably said it wrong, so I'm sorry. I wonder what she's saying. I don't get it. Whatever she said, I'll make sure this is the last time she says it in court. What, you think it's a bad thing? About PC Badger. I wrestled this toy back from that thief and then gave it to the police. When I fought that girl, I thought I couldn't let her get away with our precious cargo. Naturalmente, I had to get that toy back from her first. Its leg got ripped off though. But there is no way I couldn't attack her with a pipe. I was holding the toy in one hand. I don't remember much about when I was hit, but I got the toy back, at least. Well, you didn't really get the toy back because when the guard found the girl, she was clasping this tag. This must be important. Can't really say if it's gonna be right now. Oh, I see. What a commendable attitude going to such lengths to protect the cargo. I may not be a security guard, but I'll do what it takes for the sake of our ship. It didn't do much good in the end. These PC badgers way too damaged to be sold. Yeah. These lovely little toys are made at the workshop in London. We transport them down the River Thames, distributing them to children as we go. Didn't she call them bizarro toys earlier and now suddenly they are cute? Well, they kinda are cute. Nola, what? What do you want from me? Cat, she's so crazy today. I can't hold you now. See, I'm busy. Love you, baby. Just lie down and wait for your turn. And what about fingerprints on this toy? It is a soft toy, after all, so no usable fingerprints were found. Well, at least we know that guard didn't touch it. Regardless, the court accepts it into evidence. Try to steal one. She tried to steal it, huh? But the badge is still there, if you can see. But we see that the badge's heel is turned. So, okay, Nala, okay, come here if you can fit in here. She's just so happy to sit on my lap, even if it's uncomfortable. Poor cat. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Which time it is now? Okay. I'm sorry, my cat is gonna purr. I don't know if you're gonna hear it, but sorry about that. I wrestled this... Oh, we already heard it, so let's save. There is no way I could have attacked her with the pipe. I was holding the toy in one hand. But I got the toy back at least. I don't know where exactly am I supposed to present the evidence here. Wrestled this toy back from that thief and then gave it to the police. How about this badge?
Objection!
Miss Al Dente, I would like to confirm just one thing. The stuffed animal you submitted to the police, is it this one? Yeah, that's the one. No doubt about it. I'm sorry. But if that's the case, things simply don't add up. I was right. What doesn't add up? If it's about the leg, it's that girl's fault. It got ripped off because she wouldn't let go. The problem is not something that's missing from the stuffed animal. On the contrary, it's something that shouldn't be there in the first place. Something that shouldn't be there. And that is, of course, this item. This is the final piece of the evidence received from the guard, Mr. Smiles. Gotcha. When I seized the girl at the crime scene, she was clasping these in her hand. She didn't even seem to notice. Yeah, okay, yeah, Strange, isn't it? Something was definitely ripped off this plushie. But it wasn't its lack, it was the tag. You noticed it too, didn't you, Miss Al Dente? If this is the stuffed animal that Miss Cantabella was holding when you found her, then why is the tag still on it? Kill me, please. Oh, yeah, you will. You definitely have an order. Hey, you tasteless-looking prosecutor over there. Yes? What's this about the tag? You didn't tell me anything about it. That. If you'll please calm down. It's no use blaming the prosecutor. You didn't even know this tag existed.
Objection!
Witness, I had not been informed. Yeah, it's memory. I'm not gonna read memories because we have seen them. Just flashbacks. Secret weapon. He's wearing chocolate in his chest pocket. I mean, the chocolate is probably all warm. I don't like chocolate like that. For better or for worse, this tag's existence has only recently come to fight. Neither the prosecution nor you, Your Honor, knew about it before this trial. Yeah. But then, why is there a tag on this toy? How come this toy has a tag? Well, that's the question, sir. The answer is simple. There is a tag on this stuffed animal because... I can save here, shit. She put a new tag on it. The toy was swapped. She took the wrong toy. Toy was swapped? There is only one possibility. Miss Al Dente, before handing the plushie into the police, you swapped it for another. Yeah. Listen to yourself. Why would they ever do something like that? Ridicolo. And that's right. That tag must be a fake. A fake? Why would you think that? That chocolate freak must be trying to free me. That's what it is.
Objection!
Why would he do that? Mr. Smiles has no motive to do something like that. Well, how do you know then? I'm just saying, you just meet them. Maybe he does have a motive to do so because maybe he hates her. Maybe they were even related in some way. Now he has some grudge. Things can happen. No motive? It doesn't require much thinking to come up with one. He wanted attention. Yes, what he said. The guard lied to show off. That's all there is to it. Did Johnny produce bogus evidence to draw attention to himself? I think it's impossible just because it wouldn't be convenient for us. It's an interesting theory, but it's impossible. And how do you know? I'll dice you like an onion. Anyway, Was Mr. Smiles lying? There is an easy way to find out. What? How do you plan to check it? By checking the fingerprints, of course. Huh? Right, he would leave a chocolate fingerprint on it. Well, then again, if he would interfere with evidence, he would probably think of putting his gloves on. Just saying, according to Mr. Smiles' testimony, when he seized Miss Cantabella, she was holding the tag in her hand. Therefore, her fingerprints should still be on the tag. Yeah! Bailiff, have this evidence investigated immediately. That was awesome, Nick. We have almost got her now. Mr. Flint, I have a question for you. What is it? When you searched the crime scene, did you find a toy without a tag? Well, Mr. Flinch, did you? No, we, didn't look for one. Considering the circumstances, it did not seem necessary to investigate quite so thoroughly. But at the very least, I can tell you that all the toys in the crate had tags on. Excuse me, Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Wright? It appears no stuffed animal was found without a tag, which means that it may still be hidden at the crime scene. Or culprit brought it with her or him, and we will never find it. Your Honor, the defense requests that the ship be searched thoroughly this time. Send a forensics team there immediately. You're requesting another search? Why so surprised? Seriously, I thought you'd tell them to do that too. What? Surely you can't be serious. Whether the toy was swapped or not, it doesn't matter in the least. They are all the same. Any of them will do just fine. Well, that is exactly why it's important. All these plushies are the same. There is no need to swap one for another. And yet... Why is the witness... It's Phoenix, I'm sorry. Why is the witness getting so worked up about it? That's just, well, I don't know. I had a feeling that there was something odd about this case. A stolen stuffed animal, and an assault connected to it. There had to be more to it. There had to be another crime under the surface. Nick! This is it. What should I do? Request search, of course. The defense insists on a search. Should a plushie without a tag be found on the ship? And there's a strong possibility that this case will be resolved. Objection? The prosecution does not acknowledge the... Damn it. What? A breakdown already? I'm sorry if it was loud.
You can't.
Oh, we don't even need to search.
You just can't.
Witness? I bet it's inside that fish. Miss Al Dente. Why did you swap the stuffed animal? And why are you so afraid of having the ship searched? PC Badger holds all the answers. I say, Mr. Wright, what? Could it be that you already know the reason behind the swap? Of course, I don't have any definitive proof, but I should say, I have no idea what you're talking about. When it comes to pointing out the possibility, I might have something. Very well then, let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence that would explain why Miss Judge? I'm sorry. Okay, explain why Miss Al Dente is against the search. I have no idea. The front page article is about the jewel thieves. She's a jewel thief and she hidden jewels in the toy. Am I right? Something like that. I think I just cracked the case. I have no idea. Why Miss Saldente is against the search? Should I really just go with this? I mean, it's so unrelated right now that I don't think so. Wait, I can actually check closer. Huh? This makes no sense. The badge looks wrong. Here it says London, right? London, clearly. But here it looks different. Did they just change? I can't say if it's gonna be the evidence right now, but let's see.
Take that!
Oh shit, music didn't change. We're fucked. How's that? Yeah, that's definitely wrong. Look at the... Fuck. Never mind, we just fucked up. Anyway. We got this far. We can't let her give us the sleep now. It's not looking good. Olivia couldn't handle the other plushie in to the police. And I should be able to figure out why. Nope. At least I don't, for some reason, I don't get penalties. Right? I don't think I did, so it's okay. I don't understand why I'm not getting penalties, but I'm fine with that. Okay, let's go with this. It's just a crazy guess. No. Huh? Come on, that was crazy guess. Elusive jewel thieves at large in London. Scotland Yard on red alert. Oh, that robbery. I have heard about it, of course. A group of thieves robbed a jewelry shop and made away with about 50 pieces of jewelry. Only 50? Wow, that's weak. Many extremely valuable stones were stolen as well. Scotland Yard's under great pressure to find them. All packages sent out from London are being scrutinized by the police. And what does that have to do with our case? Nothing. Well, they could be hidden in toys. I beg to differ. The jewel theft took place in London. And that's where our freighter picked up its cargo. London? Ah, it can be. Witness? That night, you discovered the defendant in the cargo hold. That's right. She was holding one of the plushies. You knew you had to get it back. You had to get it back at all costs. But why go so far for a mere plushie? There's only one possible reason. You couldn't afford to have the police discover what was inside of it. That's a big fish, by the way. We have just received a report from the team investigating the crime scene. This toy was hidden between a storage unit and pipe. Ah! The toy has been cut open and the contents examined. And this was found inside, a pink diamond worth approximately 100,000 euros. We have also received that was I'm not sure. I think I got it wrong. Dollar? No, that's not dollars. Is it? Wait, that's a Japanese game. It must be yen or something. I'm so stupid. We have also received a report from the crime lab. The defendant's fingerprints have been found on the tag. Do you have anything to say, Miss Al Dente? Ouch. Her beautiful face. I lost, didn't I? So you are... Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm one of the jewel thieves. My role was to get the loot out of London. The police never checked the regular shipments from the workshop. We decided to take advantage of that blind spot. Indeed, the regular direct delivery service has been overlooked by the police. Why are you so happy about that? Possibly because that workshop produces the very mascots representing the police. The other crew had nothing to do with it. I used their ship, that's all. It was you who hid the jewels inside the plushies. There was one jewel in each toy. I was carrying them away one by one. The defendant happened to pick one of those toys up. I had my heart stand still when I saw that girl in the cargo hold. Whenever I was free, I stood guard in front of that room, and yet she got in somehow. So there she was in the room with the hidden loot, one of the toys in her hand. So how did the spell get in there? I don't know, she was trying to steal the toy or what. But I just had to get it back from her, no matter the cost. Then I handed in a different toy. I made it look like it was raped in the fight. It would have been over for me if the police had found any of the jewels. Well. But wait. Who was in the end? Wait, who was it in the end? Who hit Olivia? Probably guard? He mistook her for the culprit or something? Oh, I almost forgot about that. We don't need to think about that. Who cares? We are thinking about who. Wait. What about its spell?
I thought it must have been that little girl that hit me. But now I don't know.
You don't know?
No one else was supposed to be in that room. But what if there was someone in the shadows? Some mischievous person hidden in the darkness.
Oh, that was. And I think I know who. It's so obvious. It's like it was written in the beginning. We already know it's Miss Darklow. This was a most unusual case. What do you mean was? Well, I guess, yeah, we just found out that we just proved that she didn't do anything, right? That's all we need. It can be said that all mysteries have been resolved, but it has become clear that Miss Cantabella is innocent, and that means my case is done. Time to go home. Well then, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It would seem that I owe you thanks for helping us see the truth. No need to thank me, Your Honor. Blush. I was just doing my job. Like I always do. Is that really the smartest thing you could come up with? Well, come up with something better, Miss Smart ass. And Mr. Flinch. Yes, Your Honor. This trial was part of the Legal League of Attorneys exchange program, wasn't it? May this trial serve as a lesson for you too. Is that understood?
It is as you say, Your Honor.
Okay.
Don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look! Without my glasses, I can't see and I don't want to be seen! Where are you?
Those eyes, why am I not surprised? Well then. Will we see him again? The court has reached its verdict. I pronounce the defendant Spella Cantabella not guilty. Yeah. Yay! Let's celebrate. Where is champagne? Congratulations, you did it, Nick. Yeah, thanks. I guess I should be happy. But this person is here. But Darklow's cold gaze is staring daggers through me. Can't read. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You are better than I thought. Had I known earlier, I would have asked you to prove Spella innocent from the very start. Yes, sure you would. Which... I'm glad you're happy about the verdict. Spella, come and think, Mr. Wright. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Glad I could help. Hey, Spella. What's that big book you got there? She's not gonna answer us unless Darklow says to. Oh, please forgive her. She's a bit shy, you see. She's very fond of books. At any rate, now Spella can return to her peaceful life at our boarding school. And it's all thanks to your hard work, Mr. Wright. Now, please excuse us. We have some formalities to attend to. Oh, yes, of course. Mr. Wright, you were truly outstanding in that courtroom today. Oh, did I win your heart? Farewell. Come on, give me your number or something. What? Phew, it's finally over. You know, something's still bothering me about this case. Huh? The person who hit Olivia. Where did they go? That's true. We don't know who actually assaulted Olivia. If it wasn't Spella, there must have been another person at the crime scene. But neither Olivia nor Johnny saw anyone else. Then it could be Johnny. Just saying. I mean, it's a possibility. The room was dark, save for emergency light. I'm sure someone hid in the shadows. And Johnny was wearing sunglasses. Yeah, he was wearing sunglasses, so he might have mistook Olivia for an attacker or something. Well, yeah, so he could attack her. Just saying. I'm amazed he saw anything at all. He missed all those clues, so it's not much of a stretch to imagine he missed the perpetrator too. How about we head back now? Okay, let's go check out Tower Bridge while we still have some daylight left. Okay.
Oh.
And hamburgers. Cheeseburgers. What? Wait, was it Maya's voice? Because I didn't think it suited her.
What is it, Maya?
Well, I was imagining Phoenix a little bit different too.
There, on the couch. Isn't that Spella's book?
Oh,
It is the book she was
don't touch
holding.
it.
We should return it to her. Hey, Nick. Let's see what kind of stuff Spella likes to read.
Just quit it, Maya.
Labyrinthia, huh?
Oh no. I told you not to read it.
Huh? Maya, look!
Huh? Hey, Nick. Look, that's us, isn't it?
I bet she left the book for a reason. I wonder why Witch let her do it. Doesn't Witch know about the book? I call Darklow Witch because I think it's that witch. But knowing the series, both Professor Layton and Phoenix Wright, it's never anything magical. There's always an explanation to it. That's great. I got all my penalties saved. Though I did fail a few times for some reason. Yeah, I didn't get the penalty for it. Anyway, we get an option to save here, which means we're gonna call it a day from here. Yeah, I do enjoy the game so far, and I like that it's treating me kind of lightly. I do have a feeling for this game. Well, this game is never too hard. It's not a hardcore game after all, but anyway, I do enjoy the game, and I hope you do too. So, thank you very much for watching, and well, I hope to see you next time.